Hey guys. So it is 8 o'clock according to my computer, and I wanted to get this started right on time. So I'm just going to check and make sure that everything is going well. I'm just going to check in our event page here. So just hold tight with me and we will get started because I want to honor your time and not sit here for a long time before I dive right into this webinar. So if you just hold on a sec. Hopefully I'll get a response. I just typed into our event page, can you guys see me? So if someone could respond and let me know. I think most of you are tuning in on YouTube. So it probably won't show up on my Google Hangouts. But we are just going to get started. So I have a nice little glass of wine here. I like to do these webinars with a glass of wine. I'm a big red wine drinker. And I am so excited for this particular webinar tonight because it's all brand new slides, and I just think you guys are going to love it. So I put a lot of work into these, and that I hope you guys love it because this opportunity has really completely changed my life, and it's changed the lives of so many people on our team. So the reason that we do these, or the reason that I do these webinars, is because Beachbody Coaching is not your typical career. And so there's a lot of confusion and curiosity and just quite a few people who don't really understand what it is that we do and how we do it and how we make it into a career. I know when I first heard about it, I thought it was too good to be true. I thought there's no way you can work from home, set your own schedule, do something you're passionate about, and make a significant income. But I was wrong. So that's why I want to share this with you guys. And, you know, people have a lot of hesitations coming into this business, and I totally get it. And it is because, like I said, because it's not your typical career that most people go into after college, and it's not your typical 9-to-5, and a lot of us do most of this through social media, so a lot of people don't understand that. And so I totally get it. That's the point of this webinar, for me to explain to you what it is we do and really get into how we do it, and to help alleviate any of those concerns and answer those questions for you. Because it's totally nervous to do something, or it's totally nervous. It's totally normal to feel very nervous when something like this, because it's a change and you get butterflies in your stomach. But you shouldn't have a pit in your stomach. You know, my job is not to convince you to do this. I am not in the business of convincing anybody to do anything. I want you to get so excited about this that you can't wait to get started. Because when I watched this webinar, when I decided that I was interested in coaching, literally during the webinar, I just got butterflies. I just knew in my gut that this was exactly what I was supposed to be doing, and this was exactly what I had been looking for. And I'm going to go into my story of how I found this. So that's what this is all about. So I'm going to share my screen and just get started. And I'm hoping to keep this to 45 minutes max. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen. You're going to see like this weird thing going on here. And now hopefully all of you can see my screen. It says I'm sharing, so hopefully that'll work. And here we go. So I want to welcome you to our call, introduce myself. I've been talking, I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Lauren Francois. I am a 3-star Diamond 2015 Premier Beachbody Coach. I have been a Beachbody Coach for almost 21 months now. And a little bit about what this call is going to cover before I get into a longer introduction of myself and my stories. So what we will cover on this call, we're going to cover what a Beachbody Coach is, what's required or not required to become one, how we build a team. We are also going to go over normal hesitations, like one of those pyramid schemes. If you follow me on Facebook, you might have seen a video that I did today. I actually did a video about pyramid schemes. Other hesitations like I am not a salesperson, I don't have a large network, I'm not at my goal body. These are things that we hear all the time, and they're total normal hesitations to have coming in to the coaching opportunity. And if you have one of these hesitations, I want you to know that you are not alone. I have heard every single one of these many, many, many times throughout my Beachbody coaching career. So that's what we're going to cover on tonight's call. So, like I said, hi, my name is Lauren Francois. I am 30 years old. I'll be 31 this August, which is crazy to think about. I am a newlywed still, I guess. I've been married for 9 months to the handsome guy on the left. His name is Brady. And we don't have any kids yet, but we do have a fur baby on the right. Her name is Kia. She is a 2-year-old chocolate lab. So kind of just to backtrack a little bit here, I want to tell you about why I am so passionate about health and fitness and how that led to Beachbody. So I was a competitive gymnast for 14 years when I was younger. I did competitive gymnastics from the time I was 3 until I was 17. And because of that, I always worked out. I worked out upwards of 20 to 25 hours a week. So working out is something that I developed a love for when I was very young. And it's never been something that I've struggled with. It's actually something that I really enjoy. And it's a stress reliever for me. I love pushing my body. And it's just, it's just that thing that I love. And what I did struggle with was nutrition. So because I was working out so much when I was younger, I didn't have to worry about nutrition until I hit puberty. And when I hit puberty, I was about 14 and everything changed. I started gaining weight. I did not know how to eat. I did not know what to do. And that led to some really, really unhealthy eating habits. In high school, I would basically bounce between being anorexic and bulimic. I would go through phases where I would eat like an orange for breakfast, some steamed broccoli for lunch, and a coffee for a snack. And then dinner, I would have something very, very minimal. And obviously I'd lose weight, but that's not sustainable. I had absolutely no energy and it's terrible for you. So I would follow that up with months of binging and purging. And, I specifically remember times I would go to Mrs. Fields, which if you know Mrs. Fields cookies, they're delicious. And I would get like 2, 3, 4 cookies and I'd eat them all. And then I would go to a spinning class. Like I just developed these horrible, horrible habits because I didn't know how to eat. And that led from high school into college. In college, my freshman year, I think I gained 25 pounds. Then I lost some of it. Then I gained it back. Then I lost some of it. And I was on that yo-yo roller coaster my entire college career. And I just didn't know how to eat. You know, society tells us to eat fat-free and sugar-free foods, and I would eat those, but I wouldn't lose any weight. And I was working out, but I wasn't working out the right way, come to find. And so this was a huge, huge struggle for me for about 10 years of my life. In my mid-20s, I started dating a personal trainer who introduced me to toning exercises. I was that girl who would go to the gym and just run on the treadmill every single day, or I would do the elliptical. I would maybe do a machine or two. I would never touch any weights because I was terrified of bulking up. And so I would do this year after year, and I'd never get the results I wanted. So he introduced, different toning exercises to me, and that started to change my body. And then he actually also introduced me to clean eating, which is what completely changed everything for me. So once I started seeing results, that becomes an addiction, and you want more results and you want to learn more and figure out more. And so I developed this love for health and fitness. And I found, a site called Tone It Up. Maybe some of you are familiar with Karina and Katrina, and I just fell in love with them and their whole community. And I just thought to myself, how cool would it be if that was your job, if you got to just help people, help women reach their goals and do that for a living? That would be so cool. But I didn't even have any idea how I could do that. Around that same time that I found Tone It Up, I had met my husband. So I'd broken up with my ex-boyfriend, met my husband, and moved from my hometown where I was working for our family business to his hometown where he works for his family business. So my role within our family business completely changed. I started working from home. And the role I was in at that point, I was not loving at all. And I started thinking about the future and thinking about, well, what if we had kids? What are we going to do? Because in my job, I was starting work at 6 a.m. I would work 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. I was on the road a lot because it's a construction business. So I was visiting different construction job sites. And my husband, who works for his family business, would leave our house at 6:15 in the morning, and he would drive 45 minutes in p.m. and he wouldn't get home till 4 or 4:30. So I started thinking, how are we going to do this? Like, there's no way if we want to start a family that we're going to be able to make this work. And so I literally sent a message out into the universe and said, I need something. I want to do something that I'm passionate about, because at that point, I just wasn't passionate about what I was doing for a family's business anymore. And I just felt like I hadn't found that thing that fulfilled me yet. Like there was just something more out there for me. I just felt stuck. So I sent that message out to the universe and literally started seeing these posts on Facebook about what is coaching webinars from a woman who is now my coach. And I saw a couple of them and just kind of ignored them. And then I just kept seeing them, and all of a sudden it clicked, and I thought, maybe this is my sign. Maybe this is something that I need to check out. And so, knowing nothing about Beachbody, knowing nothing about coaching, I sent her a message and said, hey, I would be interested in watching this upcoming What is Coaching webinar. And she said, okay. And she sent me the link, and it took me a couple days to watch it. But as soon as I watched it, I knew right away that this was exactly what I had been looking for. And this was the opportunity that I needed. And so I started. I had never done a Beachbody program before. I had heard of Beachbody, but I had never done a program. And so I started with the 21-day fix. I did it for like a week. I fell completely in love with the 21-day fix and Shakeology, and I literally have never looked back from that point. So that is my story. That was 21 months ago at the beginning of August in 2014. And that is how I stumbled upon this opportunity that has completely changed my life. And I really do believe that it was fate that this happened to me. So a little bit about our team. So when you become a coach, you become part of a team, and our team is called the Limitless Crew, and I established the team in August of 2014, like I said, and at that point it was just me, and it was just me for quite a while. But now, as of today, we are 325 coaches strong. Those are not all coaches that I have personally mentored in this business. I have personally sponsored or mentored probably about 40 coaches. So you can just see the ripple effect that this creates. It is amazing what one decision made by one person can do and how far it can spread and what it can lead to. And it just blows my mind, the people that I have met because of this business, people that I never would have met had it not been for Beachbody. There is no way in a million years that our paths would have crossed, and they have become my closest, dearest friends and women that I would consider as part of my family. We were a 2015 premier team, which is an amazing accomplishment that we worked really hard for. And so it's definitely something that we're very, very proud of. There were only, I believe, 139 premier teams in the entire network of over 400,000. So it was a big deal that we hit that goal in 2015. So what does it mean to be a part of our team? I named the team the Limitless Crew because I am obsessed with this idea of being limitless. I believe that we put so many limits on ourselves and on what we can do, and there really are no limits on what we can do. You know, we can do whatever we dream of. If you're willing to step outside your comfort zone, push yourself, learn new things, you know, just become a better person and become a leader and do things that maybe you never thought you would do, and kind of throw what everyone else thinks out the window and just do what makes you truly happy, then you are limitless. There are no limits to you. So that's why I named our team the Limitless Crew. And then one other thing I forgot to mention is that we are part of the larger Misfit Republic team, which is a team of thousands. I think we're up to about 4,000 or 5,000 coaches on that team now. So that's pretty cool that we have that backing of that team. So let's look at the job options that are typically out there for us. So what you can do is, or what most people do, is they jump between 3 different types of jobs. So you can either go to college, and I looked up the average tuition in 2015 for college for a 4-year degree. It was $36,556. So you can invest in a college degree, which is what I did, and you can get that degree. And when you're done, there's no guarantee of a job afterward. You usually start at the very bottom, entry level. I know I started out in an account coordinator position and for a sales company, and was absolutely miserable. I worked 9 to 5 in a cubicle. So you put all this money into college, and a lot of people have to take out student loans to fund their college, and then you are making very minimal money when you graduate, usually, and it takes years and years and years to pay off that college tuition. So I would say that's the pretty normal track that most people these days take. The other thing you could do is work an hourly job. I live in Wisconsin, so I looked up the average salary for Wisconsin residents who work an hourly job. And this was like the high end of the range, and it was $31,660.80. And with this path and with the college degree path where you're working for, a big corporation or any typical 9 to 5, you always are thinking about how many vacation days do you get. When I started in my position, I only got 5 vacation days the first year. The second year, I believe I got 10. When I was working for my family business, I think I got 14 the first year and 19 after my second and third year. So, that's really not that much time if you're wanting to travel and spend time with your family, or if you have kids and all of a sudden your kids are getting sick and you have to take vacation days to take care of them and things like that. So that's the second path that most people take. And then the third would be starting your own business or starting a franchise. So a franchise would be something like a Subway or a Mary Maid's or McDonald's or Taco Bell, or things like that. And the average cost to start a franchise is actually $35,000, and that doesn't include the cost of the location that your franchise is in. And then I looked up, according to entrepreneur.com, the average annual profit for a franchise is $66,000. So that's after all expenses and everything. It's about $66,000 with that $35,000 investment plus the location cost. So as you can see, all of these options have their investments and their downfalls. And so that's what we're going to go into next. So where does coaching fall among all of these? So what if I told you that you could own a franchise for $40? You would probably think that I was kidding, but I am not. So coaching is very similar to owning a franchise. So let's compare the two. So when you sign up to become a franchisee with a well-known business like a Subway or, like I said, a Mary Maid's or a McDonald's, usually the initial investment ranges from $10,000 to $200,000 plus dollars. And many franchisees will have to mortgage their homes in order to come up with this money to build their dreams. With Beachbody Coaching, the cost of signing up as a coach is $40. If you want to be specific, $39.95, and the monthly fee thereafter is $15.95. So let's make the comparison here: $10,000 to $200,000 versus $40. Yes, you can actually start a business for $40. If you have ordered a challenge pack, which is a Beachbody fitness program plus Shakeology, at any point in the past, that $40 fee is waived. And if you are a member of the military or a veteran or a spouse of a military member or a veteran, it's actually completely free. So you can actually start a business for free. That is insane, you guys. But here's the deal. Because with a franchise, you have to make that big initial investment, the person who goes down this path has skin in the game, and they see themselves as an owner. They've put a lot of money into this, and everything they have depends on it. They realize that they have a vested interest, and they work harder than anyone else that works for them to attain success. With coaching, because you only have that initial $40 sign-up fee or a very low startup cost, many coaches treat this just like a hobby and not a business, and therefore it pays like a hobby and not a business. If they were to treat it like a six-figure income or a six-figure franchise, like the franchise owner does, and become their best coach, The possibilities and the potential is completely limitless. There is no glass ceiling. There is no limit on what you can do with this coaching business. So what are the benefits of each? As a franchise owner, you are buying into an established, successful brand like a Subway, Mary Maid's, Taco Bell, McDonald's. We already talked about all of that. The company takes care of all of the mainstream marketing and takes on risk of new product testing and development. So there is less risk with a franchise than, let's say, starting your very own business. With coaching, it's actually the same exact thing. So you are buying into an established, successful brand. So, programs that Beachbody has produced, like P90X, Insanity, 21-Day Fix, Size, the Masters Hammer and Chisel, the new 22-minute hardcore program. There's another new program coming out in July called Country Heat with Autumn Calabrese. We have Shakeology, the Beachbody Performance line. Beachbody spends $150+ million every year on mainstream marketing to create brand recognition and to get these amazing world-class programs out into the market. And they're continually developing new programs and products for us. So we don't have to worry about any of this. We have amazing products and programs that are getting developed for us. Beachbody is doing tons of marketing so that people already know about them. So what exactly do we have to do? Maybe you're thinking that. So I will go into that after this next slide. So the last thing I want to talk about are the guidelines for each type of opportunity. So with a franchise, you must market using the franchise guidelines and materials. So they create very specific materials and guidelines that you have to abide by and use when you're doing your marketing to create this very uniform picture of the business. So your success is based off of your own efforts and those that you hire to work for you with a franchise. With coaching, it's very different. You have all these branded programs and you have Beachbody standing behind you, but you also have the ability to create and brand yourself specifically to your niche market. And one thing we like to say is that the only thing that separates you from another coach is your journey, your story, the things you're passionate about, and who you specifically are. So you can bring in, and you are encouraged to bring in, other passions of yours, like family, like fashion. And oh my gosh, I missed an H there in fashion. Sorry, guys. Like fashion, like I love the outdoors. So, I talk a lot about the outdoors and living on a lake and beauty. I love, hair products, then makeup and things like that. So you're not limited like you are with a franchise in terms of the material you can use. So with coaching, your success is linked not only to your own efforts, but also the success of your team. And we're going to go into this a little bit more in a few minutes, but your team or coaches that you personally mentor and coaches that they personally mentor are also considered franchisees. And so they're on your same level. They are not your employees. They are also pursuing their dreams as equals. So what exactly do we do as coaches then if we don't have to market and we don't have to develop new programs and we don't have to develop new products? It's really, really simple, you guys. I want to simplify this for you as much as possible. So what we do is first we start working on our own transformation with the Beachbody programs and products. So like I said, I started out with the 21-Day Fix. I have done so many programs at this point. I've done 21-Day Fix, 21-Day Fix Extreme, Insanity Max 30, some of Brazil Butt Lift. I've done Pio. I've done the Masters Hammer and Chisel. I've done Size. I've done a little bit of 22-minute hardcore. So we're constantly working on our own transformation. Then we just invite friends and family to join us on this journey because we love the products, we love the programs, we're seeing amazing results, we're seeing how they're changing our lives and our self-confidence and our body image and creating happiness. And so we just naturally invite our friends and family to join us on this journey. We grow as a person through personal development, and this is huge. Personal development is so cool, you guys. I am obsessed with it. It's just a way for you to continue your learning, to continue to grow as a person, to learn new skills, to learn new things, to become better in so many different areas of your life. So we grow as a person through that, and then we just share our story. So I just share my story on social media or through people that, or with people that I'm talking to about this journey that I'm on. And that's what we do as coaches. So like I said, it is super, super simple, and it is, I don't want to make it more complicated than it is. So now the fun part. Now we're going to go into some of the hesitations that people have. So how does this work? And this is the dreaded pyramid scheme question. So I get this all the time, is this a pyramid scheme? And first of all, before I even go into this slide, no, it is not, because a pyramid scheme is completely illegal. Beachbody is a billion-dollar business. It has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and it would have been shut down a long time ago if it was an illegal business. So no, it is not an illegal business. This is how Beachbody works. You start working on you, like I said, and your own transformation. And by doing that, you inspire just a few other people to start their journeys. So here's you. You inspire these 3 people. They decide that they want to be coaches and work with you and go on this journey with you. Well, those 3 people inspire a few other people. So they each inspire, say, 3 people. And all of a sudden you can see the team is growing. And then each of these people inspires a few other people, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. And that's how, like I said before, how I can personally sponsor, only 40 people, yet our team is over 300 people because of this effect that's going on. And basically you're just paying it forward. You're just inspiring other people to come on this journey with you and to work on themselves and to find their own confidence and happiness and to, reach their own goals that they have set for themselves. So I am going to challenge you even further with this idea of a pyramid scheme. So here we go. Wait, is this one of those pyramid schemes? Let's look at this. So on the left, I have a photo of how the military is set up. And on the right, I have a photo of any typical business. So as you see in both, you have someone that's at the top. They're the CEO. And then underneath them, you typically have a couple more people. So in the military, you have the Secretary of Defense, and some others. And in a business, you have, managers or the chief operating officer, the chief financial officer, the chief marketing officer. Then below them, you have supervisors. Then below the supervisors, you have people that report to them that are your entry-level employees, and it keeps going. Doesn't this look like a pyramid? This is exactly how a regular business is set up. This is exactly what coaching look like as well. So they're the same exact thing. However, in this scenario, the employees, what do you think the likelihood is that they are actually going to, these entry-level employees are going to rise up to be the CEO? Very, 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 very small, I would say. The likelihood that one of them will eventually become the CEO one day is very minuscule. Not with coaching. With coaching, everybody is their own CEO. Everyone starts as their own CEO and builds their team. And that's the cool thing, is that you build your own team just by inspiring other people to join you. And so you get to select who you want on your team, who your coaches are going to be. When do you get to do that in any other business? You usually don't have any control over who you get to work with, but in this business, you do. So hopefully that kind of answers the whole pyramid scheme question for you. And one other thing regarding a pyramid scheme is that with a pyramid scheme, there is usually no transaction of products. So you are basically heavily rewarded for just adding someone to your team. So let's say it costs $500 to sign up as a coach. In a pyramid scheme type of situation, then maybe that the coach who sponsored that coach that's signing up would get like $250 for doing that. And it doesn't matter if that coach is successful or not. The coach who signed that coach up just wants them to sign up so they can get that $250. With Beachbody, that's not the case at all. I actually, or any coach, does not make anything from you just signing up as a coach. If you were a customer before of mine and you signed up as a coach and you did absolutely nothing, I'd actually lose money, because once you sign up as a coach, I do not earn any commission off of your order. So your personal order. So let's say you were drinking Shakeology every month as a customer, I would earn 25% commission on your Shakeology order every month. Once you sign up as a coach, I don't earn that commission anymore. I earn what's called team volume points, which accumulate among all the coaches and create what's called team cycle bonuses, which I'm now getting into lingo that you probably wouldn't understand at this point. But just so you know, if you were to sign up as a coach after being a customer of mine and you did absolutely nothing, I would actually lose money. I wouldn't make anything. And the only way that any of us make money as coaches is by helping our coaches and our customers succeed and reach their goals. So this really is a very team-oriented business. The success of myself depends on the coaches on my team, and vice versa. We're all growing the team together, so we all want all of the coaches on the team to be very successful, and that makes us all more successful. So moving on to the specific programs and products that we have. So one of the questions that I get a lot is, well, I'm not a personal trainer, or I'm not a doctor. I don't have any sort of certifications in nutrition or anything like that. And that is the cool thing about Beachbody. So Beachbody has, top-notch nutritionists, people from Harvard who are developing these nutrition programs and things like the Beachbody Performance line. We have world-class personal trainers like Shaun T and Autumn Calabrese and Tony Horton and Chalene Johnson who are creating these fitness programs. So all of that's already done for us. We don't have to have that knowledge. We don't have to have those certifications, because people who are the very best in their business at doing that have already done it for us. What we do is we offer peer support. So as a coach, you are I like to call it accountability officer. So all you do as a coach and all I do as a coach is we support other people in their journeys with these programs. So, we're offering tips that we've learned from using the programs and products that have helped us. So a lot of times I'll talk about, little tips with the workouts or little tips with nutrition that I've learned that have helped me. So it's not really technical things. It's more just providing that motivation, providing that support, and providing that accountability. Accountability is huge. I am in the best shape of my life at 30 from doing at-home workout programs. And a lot of that is due to, number one, how amazing the programs are, but number two, the accountability that I receive actually as a coach from my customers and my challengers. They keep me on track as well as me keeping them on track and holding them accountable. I want to show up for them every day just as much as they show up for me and for themselves. So this is the area we really focus on as coaches, the peer support area. So do you have to sell stuff? Well, hopefully after all of this that I've been explaining, you realize that no, we don't just sell stuff. We share our journey with the programs and the products. And basically, it's like word of mouth. I like to compare it to one of my favorite products, which is these Kate Somerville tanning wipes. I absolutely love them. They're these like tanning towelettes that you can just order and you rub them on and they give you this nice tan. They don't turn you orange, and they're phenomenal. And I tell everyone about them because I love them. That's exactly what I do with Beachbody programs. I tell everybody about them because I love them, because I know how amazing they are. They provide everything you need to reach your goals and be successful. There's not anything that's missing. So we provide solutions to help others successfully achieve their goals. So no, I never ever feel like I'm selling anything because I am so passionate about providing these solutions to people that truly, truly need them. Okay, so now the good stuff. I know you all are wondering, how do we make money? So show me the money. How to build a significant income. So I had to include the disclaimer on here from Beachbody that Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success or income from this opportunity. It is solely dependent upon your own efforts, your diligence, and your skill. So this is actually my income from the very first week that I was a coach up until now, and this is weekly income. So I want you to pay attention to three things: the retail commission, the team bonus, and the matching bonus. So when you start out as a coach, most of your income, actually all of your income, is going to come from retail commission. So we earn 25% on anything that anybody orders from us. So if someone orders Shakeology from us, we earn 25%. If they order a workout program from us, we earn 25%. If they order a challenge pack from us, which is a combination of Shakeology and a workout program, we actually earn more than 25%. I think we earn like 36% or something like that. But just so you get the idea, when you start out as a coach, you are basically earning based on retail commission and things that people are ordering from you. So I earned $132.49 the first week I was a coach. And I know a lot of people who could definitely use $132.49 extra every week. So now we're going to go down here. The next rank is an Emerald coach. And at the Emerald coach level, you have two coaches that you have personally mentored and that have joined your team. And at the Emerald coach level, you start earning what's called a team bonus. And that is where you start helping your coaches help other people. And when they do that, you earn what's called volume. And once you hit certain volume levels, you earn money. And so as an Emerald coach, I was still earning most of my commission or most of my weekly income from retail commission, but I started earning a little bit from team bonus as my team started to grow. And I was inspiring people to join me on this journey. Now fast forward to a diamond coach, which is when you have 8 people that you have personally sponsored and have joined your team. So as you can see now, my team bonus, because I now have 8 people that are all helping other people and starting to build their own teams, I have my team bonuses starting to catch up to my retail commission. This subscription commission is just a part of the retail commission. But then you also start earning a matching bonus. So you start earning, I think it's like 5 or 6% based on what your coaches are earning. And then finally, this is a very recent snapshot of my business. And I should say this is just one business center. So as your business grows, Beachbody gives you the opportunity to basically open up other franchises or sign yourself up as a coach again. So I actually have 2 different business centers that contribute to my income. But I just wanted to use this example because now you can see that things have completely reversed. Now, in this case, my commission off of things that people ordered from me was only about $100. My team bonus was $800 and my matching bonus was almost $100. So the majority of my income now is coming from helping my coaches and the coaches on our team help their challengers succeed and grow their own businesses. And by doing that, you can see that it can just completely take off, and it's so much fun because you're helping people, change their lives, completely change their lives. So at this point in my business, I'm earning around a $50,000 a year income, which maybe that's a lot to you, maybe that's a little to you. There are people who make less than that are at the same point I am. There are people who make a whole heck of a lot more than that have been coaching as long as I am, but that's just where I am. So that's after, like I said, 21 months in this business. So to me, that's pretty darn cool. So what's the worst case scenario? What happens if you decide to become a coach and no one wants to join you? Let's look at that case because I know that's what some of you are thinking. Well, what if nobody wants to join me? Well, here's what would happen. You invested your $40, or if you got a challenge pack, maybe you invested $140 to get Shakeology and the program. And you have connected with new, driven, inspiring, motivating, fun women that are on our team. So you've got these new friends. You have faced some of your fears head on. You've done some personal development. You've grown as a person. And you have focused on yourself. And you've gotten into great shape. So this is actually my transformation. This was me when I was in college, when I told you I was really struggling. And this is me now at 30. So if anything, you meet some great friends, you face your fears and you grow and you focus on you for a little bit and you get into great shape and you're out $40. That really is just about the worst case scenario for this. So different strokes for different folks. The cool thing about this business is you make the rules. It is really your business. So there are what we like to call different kinds of coaches, and you can see them in this photo. So there's what we call a discount coach, a hobby coach, and a business builder coach. So a discount coach it's basically just someone who loves the programs and the products. So they love the fitness programs. They love Shakeology. They use it on a regular basis. They're not really interested in coaching whatsoever, but they want that 25% discount that we get as coaches, which I haven't mentioned yet. As coaches, we get 25% discount on all of the programs and products. So maybe that's you. Maybe you just love this stuff and you just want the discount. If you sign up as a coach, even with the $15.95 monthly fee, you still save about $16 a month if you're drinking Shakeology every month. And if you're drinking Shakeology and ordering programs, or if you and your significant other are drinking Shakeology, then you'd actually save more. The next step up would be a hobby coach, which is what I kind of started out as. There's someone who might have a full-time job that they love or that they enjoy, but you love the products and you enjoy sharing them with other people. And hey, you're looking to make a little bit of extra money. So you just are thinking, okay, I love these. And when the opportunity presents itself, I'll tell people about them. And maybe I can make a few extra bucks to save for, a vacation or to help pay some extra bills, things like that. That would be a hobby coach. And then there's the business building coach, which is what obviously I turned into. And a business builder is all in, and they are there to make this eventually their full-time job and build a life of financial freedom and time freedom and all sorts of freedom for themselves, and create a thriving team of business building coaches that are also working to do the same thing. And so those are kind of the three types of coaches we like to break it out into. But the cool thing is you can be in between also. You can start out as a discount coach, which I've actually had a few coaches start out as discount coaches, and you get into it and you're like, hey, you start seeing that you can actually make some money doing this. So then maybe you jump into a hobby coach, and then after a while of being that, you're like, I really like my job, but this really gives me freedom that my job doesn't give me. And then maybe you turn into a business building coach. So it really is totally up to you. This is your business. You make the rules. You put in the effort based on what your goals are. So finally, this is almost it. This is our second to last slide. What our team provides. So we have weekly team training calls. So team training calls for our team, the Limitless Crew. We have team training calls every week for the larger team we're a part of, Misfit Republic. If you sign up as a coach, you have one-on-one calls and training with your coach. We have a self-guided 6-week training program that you do at your pace that teaches you everything you need to know about being a coach. So nobody comes into this business knowing how to do this. We all have to start from day one, and we all have to learn this. And this is the training program. The 6-week training program is actually the training program that I went through when I started and really helped me to get my business off the ground. We also do small group training and apprenticeships all of the time. There is social media training, and there is countless video trainings and training guides that other coaches in the Beachbody network provide, that we provide, that Beachbody itself provides. So this is a very, very, very giving community. Like I said, we all do better when everyone is successful. So there is no competition here. We are all working together. We're all very different. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses, and we work together as a team to take advantage of everyone's strengths and to all become more successful and help more people, because that's what it's really about, is helping as many people as we possibly can to live healthier lives and to live freer and happier lives. And the last thing is, this team is a place to dream big, connect with amazing and driven women, and live your best life. And like I said, there are so many people on this team that I never ever would have met had it not been for coaching. Actually, none of my best friends are coaches. None of the people that I would have considered my best friends when I started coaching are coaches. These are all people that I have met since I started this. And now they are, my best friends. We have so much fun together. We take trips together. We meet up. We meet up at quarterly events. We plan different events. We have coffee dates if we're living near each other. I mean, it's just phenomenal, the community that you would become a part of. So the last thing is, what now? Number one, I want you to message the person who invited you to this call once you've watched it, if you're not watching it live, and just let them know that you watched it, and let them know which kind of coach you think you want to be. If you want to be a discount coach, if you want to be a hobby coach, if you're ready to be a business builder right away, or if you're just not sure quite yet if this is for you, that is totally fine. Like I said at the beginning, we are not in the convincing business. I'm not here to convince anybody to do this. I want you to have that same feeling that I had, that this is just what you're meant to be doing. Let your coach walk you through the sign up process. It's really simple. It takes like 3 to 5 minutes, but let them walk you through that. And then if you're wanting to be a hobby coach or a business builder, get involved with a new coach training group, or get involved with our 6-week training, and schedule a getting started right call with your coach so that they can, get you on the phone or get you on a Zoom call, see your face, and, help you to get started with this business. And the last thing is be an apprentice coach in your coach's next challenge group. So every coach should be running a challenge group every month. If your coach invited you to this call, I guarantee that they are running challenge groups every month where they're helping other people reach their health and fitness goals. Ask them if you can be an apprentice coach in that group so that you can just learn firsthand how we run these amazing groups. And guys, that's it. I kept it to 50 minutes from the time I started, which I think is a record for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this call. I hope you learned something. I hope that I answered your questions. If you have other questions, please post them in the event page and I will answer them for you right away. And that's about it. I hope you all have a fantastic night, and I hope to see some new faces and welcomes into our team page, because this really is a life-changing opportunity if you look at it that way. So I hope you all have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.